Good morning, everyone. Hello. I'm not late. I'm also not early, but I'm not late. Yay. Susan's already here. Good morning. Good morning. Ellen says, good morning, lovely peeps. Finally able to follow the live stream again. Been on an all work, no play ban since January due to big deadline, but now I have a whole summer to sew. Nice. Oh, just had an email to sew on live, so that's good. It's always reassuring. I mean, I can see that I'm live. It says that I'm live, but it's nice to have the email to say, yes, Kittenish Behaviour has just gone live. So that's always good.
And after last week, I now get a notification.
Did you really? Yeah, Buttons is here. He's actually here. He's here in person rather than just like trying to log on and actually chat. Caroline says, happy Sunday, everyone. Hello. Conchetta says, hi, everyone. Hope you are well. Very well, thank you. How are you? Laura S says, good sunny Sunday morning from Massachusetts. Wow, that's early. Good morning. Asley says, hello, everyone. Hi. And Jojo's here. Morning. Hi. Debbie's here. How are you, Debbie? Apparently you fell over in the donkey sanctuary. How? But are you okay? Michelle's here. Morning, peeps. Morning, Buttons. Nice to have you back. That's Michelle from Bermuda. They're all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Must be early in Bermuda too.
I would imagine very early. Yeah. Yeah. Fiona says, hi, everyone. Watching from the garden in sunny Cambridgeshire. Good morning. Yes. Jessica.
Enough of that.
It's raining here. I've got my hot chocolate. Have you drunk yours yet?
No. Still working on it.
Don't let it get cold because I made yours first. Jessica says, good evening. I've not much left to finish this skirt I'm making. A second time working with chiffon, same skirt, different size. It's so slippery. Ugh, good luck with that. Good luck with that. And I liked your idea about a long sleeve shirt for over the dress, Jessica. I think that's quite an interesting idea. It would, because I nearly did that with the 9345, like a long sleeved green gingham. Wherever the gingham's gone, it's in there. There it is. I nearly did that with that one, and then did it so that the sleeves rolled back so that it could be summery or wintry, and then worn with and still tie front, and worn with the other pieces from that collection. So I did like that idea. Mim says, hi, Sean, how are you? And hello to Buttons. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Nimoi said, hello, everyone. We're melting over here in northern Germany. I've got warm way too quickly, but dug my fan out. Nice. Yeah, we had to have the fan out last night. I was shivering under the divot, and him and the cat are just like windows open. It was raining last night as well.
Like really humid though. Like
yeah, my room does get really hot though as well. It's right over the boiler. Like hot air rises, right? I mean, the boilers are supposed to keep it all in rather than let it out, but I don't know. It just gets really hot in there.
It was like thunderstormy.
Mm.
Apparently we slept through the thunderstorm.
Did we?
Apparently.
Jessica says hi to you. Debbie says good morning. 3:30 a.m. in Arizona. Oh wow, good morning. Good morning. Jake Class says morning, Sean. The coos say hello. Hello, coos. Hello, you as well. There were coos yesterday. I took him to my favorite place on the island, which was we were the only people there. There were people on the little beach downstairs. Downstairs? Well, they were downstairs, weren't they?
Technically downstairs.
Yes.
If you call a cliff downstairs.
Yes. But there were coos. Look. In the distance. Many coos.
He took me to the top of a cliff. I took it as a warning.
We found bee orchids as well, and we very cleverly put our blanket down right next to them instead of on top of them. I didn't even notice the orchids were there until like after I've been lying on the ground, and I was just like, oh look, that's an orchid. Whoopsie. So yes. Noelia says, hi everyone, hi Sean and Buttons, I've made it today. Hello Noelia. It says I saw on Facebook that you, or maybe Instagram, that you were coming back from somewhere. You had a day trip out. Where did you go? What did you do? Inquiring minds want to know. Leslie says, good morning, I'm finally on time. Hello, welcome. Me too. I'm not early, I'm not late. Debbie says, I'm okay, only I could find a small hole and roll my ankle. I see you went to the Isle of White Pearl as well. Isn't the view beautiful? And isn't Diana's dress amazing and also tiny? And also, Debbie's husband bought her a very nice necklace because Debbie came to the retreat in May and really liked the place, so she booked 5 days for her and Mark this Monday, and they left on Friday.
Oh, they got the best of the weather then this week.
Yes, we met them for lunch on Thursday. Rochelle says, it's finally sunny in Bermuda again. It's been raining for like 3 weeks. I'm feeling waterlogged. Loved the fruity fabric video. Need lemon fabric in my life. That's something I was thinking we could do today, actually, because I have got my swatches out because Mum wants some plain t-shirts, and I have a feeling that the majority of these reds are not me and they should be for Mum. So I said I would go through my stash and get rid of, like, de-stash over to her some of the viscoses because she really wants some plain t-shirts. So that was one thing that we're going to be doing today, possibly. And then the other thing I was thinking is I could start unpicking the skirts for the alterations, because there are 2 of those and they do need to be done. And I hate alterations, as we know. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they were like, don't think of them as alterations, think of them as dresses half made. I was like, yes, glass is half full, love it. Tommy Lott says, hello from the Netherlands, where the sun is shining and summer has finally arrived. Nice. Jojo says, oh dear, it's not raining in Birmingham and nice and bright. Na 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 na. Yes, people can go off each other, Jojo. You know that, right? Ashley says, oh, I could have enjoyed some rain over here in Istanbul as well. I can imagine it would be quite warm in Turkey. Jacob West says, it's finally cooled off over here in south central Manitoba after almost 2 weeks of 30 to 35 degrees centigrade and 75% humidity. Made it for some long days trying to build fences. Yeah, I can imagine. Can you imagine? Nimoy says, having just watched Bianca's latest jacket video, I have to ask, Sian, does that seller still have a piece of that shiny turquoise green leather left? I haven't looked. I didn't look. How good am I? Because I was just like, you know what? This could very easily turn into a Bianca copycat channel if I'm not careful. Because that girl does such amazing clothing. But yeah, that jacket was awesome. I really liked that. But I didn't even go and look and see if they had that leather. How good am I? I'm waiting for praise. Jokulo says, only orchids we have around here that I know of or can at least identify are lady slippers. Most of them are yellow, but there are a few places you can find pinks and a few whites too. Nice. Apparently we have a couple of rare orchids on the island, but apparently bee orchids aren't that rare. But we were sitting, like, I've got a circular kind of picnic towel blankety thing, and I literally threw it on the ground on top of a bunch of wildflowers because there was, otherwise it was sitting on the path right where everyone needed to walk, which wouldn't have worked. And like I say, it wasn't sort of lying there or sitting there and just being like, oh, look, that looks like an orchid. Oh, look, there's loads of them. And then there was one, like our blanket was there and the orchid was like there. And it was like, oh gosh, have I squished orchids? I was feeling really guilty. So I did inspect when we put the blanket up and I had not squished any orchids. So it was like perfectly placed, like intentionally done. Gin and Pin says, morning peeps, 20 degrees centigrade here in Newcastle upon Tyne and overcast. Calpurnia has turned into a real cuddler since she's been an only cat for the last 6 months. Oh, bless her. Are you tempted to get another kitten? I would be. She had Ptolemy and Calpurnia, and Ptolemy passed away 6 months ago. Sad. Conchetta says, Sian, a while ago you mentioned Jewelry Maker in New York City. I think it was a bit of a pirate core theme. Would you happen to remember the name? Thanks. I do. It's called Foundrae. Foundrae. Very pirate core. Incredibly expensive. So expensive. Why do I have such expensive tastes? Yeah, but I love their stuff and I love following them on Instagram because the combinations that they put together, it's proper like pilot on kind of jewelry. But I just love I love the the changeability of things. Like you just need to buy one necklace, and given some of them are 20 grand for the necklace, thank goodness. I mean, that's like the diamond encrusted thick gold like link chain. Like the thin ones like this are not that expensive. They're only like 3 or 4 grand, which by comparison seems like a bargain. But I love that they've thought about the way that you wear jewelry, and they've got like little clips, so you can clip different charms and stuff onto the necklace, and in different places as well, so you can really load them up. You can change how you wear them, and then each charm has like a meaning behind it, and it doesn't, there's, you know, they're not the kind of like very twee kind of charms. They're very, I mean, some of them are beautifully blingy, some of them are very subtle and simple, but it's not necessarily like a compass means this kind of thing. And they have like the whole kind of like cards and mythology that go around it, and you build your story, as they call it. I really like the ethos of the company. It's all recycled gold as well. So yes, at some point I will have one of those. I like the idea of getting myself a charm to commemorate hitting 100,000 subscribers, and seeing as I'm at 28,000, I've got a little way to go, but I like that idea. So yeah. Noelia says, yes, I was going back home from Woodbridge. Nothing too exciting. It was such a nice and hot day yesterday. It would have been a waste not to make the most of it. Yeah. It was really funny. At the top of the island was really kind of like bright, sunny, and definitely hot, wasn't it? And then we went and got some food and decided, because we were going to go to a pub, and then it was just like Saturday in this weather. No. And then we went in to get like a picnic, and we were going to go to a beach, and then it was just like, oh, I know, we'll go to the furthest point south on the island that I can take you. And we were the only people up there. Like the only people sitting. I mean, there wasn't a lot. There's room for a couple of people to sit out there, but there's a footpath going past. There was about 3 or 4 couples walked past, and there was a couple of groups down on the beach. So, but we got to the south of the island, and it was just overcast.
Still warm.
It was still warm, but yeah.
Probably good for my sunburn, really.
Yeah, he burnt his back. He was working, checking out the lawn in the back garden of one of the completed houses, right?
Yes.
Yeah, making sure it was up to spec. Tomalot says, fabric reorganizing sounds like a very educational subject for me. I mean, fabric fondling happens frequently around here, and yes. Nimori says, you are very well behaved. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you for the recognition. Christine says, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Very well, thank you. How are you? Conchetta says, your restraint is amazing. I know. Yvonne says, morning. Hope everyone's well. Just bottled some elderflower cordial and had a long early dog walk. Now chilling and joining the chat. Nice. I love elderflower cordial. It's one of my favorites. Did you finish your hot chocolate?
I did finish my hot chocolate.
Did you enjoy your hot chocolate?
Very good, thank
you. Debbie says, have we taken the sunshine home with us? Yes, you have. Give it back. David Rove says, morning, Sean. Morning, team. Good morning. Jojo says to Gin and Pins, so sorry for your loss. We lost our Peggy last month and have to agree that our 2 tuxedo boys, Lister and Indy, have become a lot more cuddly in her absence. Bless them. Oh, babies. David Rove says, love the blue-green Sean, earthy nature and ironically peacock. Yes. And it's got leaves all over it. This was a very kind gift, all the way from Australia, from Alexandria. I have made 2 dresses, and I have enough left somewhere up there for a top. Mum really likes this fabric and keeps trying to persuade me that she should have the remnants of it. It's like, no, it's mine. I also made a bunch of bias binding out of it as well. Michelle says, Sean, have you had your nails done? What can I see the lovely colour? I have. I had my nails done on Thursday. I had my lashes done on Thursday as well. I was looking worse than Yzma. I wanted to be Yzma at this point. Like I had like 4 eyelashes left on each eye. It was like, what happened? So that's why I haven't filmed anything on Patreon until Thursday evening, because it was just like, I look bad. But yes, went for like a pearly rose gold, and went a little bit shorter this time. I loved the long ones, but I was struggling a little bit with picking up pins. but then I mean, to be fair, it's actually probably not the length, it's the thickness of these, because these are my nails, but I've got acrylic over them so that they don't break, because it was always these two that break when I'm sewing because of the way I put pins in, and they always break it. And this one is from the bobbin casing door, but they always break in a really painful place, like as far down as they can. It's really uncomfortable. So, and you can't just have those two with acrylic on, because acrylic's slightly thicker, like I say, so they'd look really odd if I just had two acrylic nails and then the rest normal. And knowing my luck, I would then start breaking all the other ones. So Buttons is up for doing a learn to sew video. What do you guys think would be a good first sewing project? You have you ever sewn on a sewing machine before?
Not since I was at school.
Okay. So I don't want him to make like a cushion cover. Nobody say cushions, because like, although you're in the process of buying a house, but you don't have a sofa yet to put any cushions on. And I have lots of really nice cushions. I'm already decorating his house for him with my stuff.
Some sort of tool bag.
I don't
know.
You know, he needs like his wallet's falling apart, so he's like, can I make a wallet? And it's like, well, yes, and I actually have a pattern for that. I'm not sure as a first sewing project it's a good idea though. I thought pajamas, even though you don't wear pajamas,
whatever it is, I would count it as a success if I don't sew my fingers.
No, you can't do that, because that's one of my greatest fears.
Yes.
Like that is actually one of my greatest fears. I've never done it. Touch all of the wood. Wood, where's the wood? Where's the wood? Ah! I can't reach your head. But yeah. What did I get to? Gin and Pin says, I'm tempted to get a pair of black male kittens, but Calpurnia is so happy being an only cat. She's really relaxed and sociable after 9 years being quiet. Ah, interesting.
So you never know how they're gonna
accept
another cat.
She might love having two little boy kittens to boss around, or she might never forgive you. So yeah, I completely understand that. David Arave says, I'm swimming in my own sweat this morning. Hot, hot, hot. Well, that's quite the image. Kishetta says, oh my goodness, it's been a month since my last lash fill. Going on Monday, thankfully. I've got a total of 6 lashes hanging on for dear life. I know, exactly. It's just like this, isn't it? And you're like, hello. And it's just, I mean, like after a while, they, you know, they kind of like even out and stuff. But when you only have like those few, it's so obvious that you've got fake lashes on. One of you guys on the Patreon video, you were being helpful, I know, sort of said, oh, why don't you have strip lashes, like an emergency set of strip lashes for when that happens? And the reason I get eyelash extensions, I know most of you know this, but there are some new people here as well. But yeah, I'm allergic to makeup, and I'm super allergic to eyelash glue. Believe me, I've tried. And that's why I get the eyelash extensions, because these are stuck to your individual eyelashes. They're not stuck on your skin. And yeah, mascara is the thing that sets me off. Foundation is really bad, and eyelash glue. So I can't stick strip lashes on, unfortunately. When lockdown happened and I couldn't obviously go to my lash appointments for top-ups, I did get the magnetic lashes, the kind of like you know, the eyeliner that's got the magnetic particles in it, and the oh, that was a bad mistake. Bad mistake. Oh, ouch, that hurt a lot. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm very dependent on my eyelashes. Joker Claire says it's a balmy 8 degrees centigrade, 48 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. Dave, lol, feels really good after the last couple of weeks. I can imagine. Nimue says, I should alter the pattern for my rainbow dress, but after all the cutting this week, I want to sew a little. Choice between 4 patches and FPP units. 4 patches wins for less time with the iron, lol. Yes. Noelia suggests pajama bottoms as well for your first project. Michelle says a man bag, because I need a guy themed bag. So I have got a couple of very guy themed bags. Like one of them's like a computer laptop messenger bag. It's very guy themed, but you could very easily girlify it by your choice of fabrics and stuff. I do have the Mrs. H wallet, and his wallet is literally falling apart. Like the stitching's just coming away. So yeah, but I'm just thinking as a first project might be a little difficult. Asley says a boxy bag or a grocery tote. I was thinking maybe a toiletries bag because you were talking about leaving some stuff here. That could work. And Nimoy says, don't forget to like the stream, peeps. Yes, there's 82 of us and 20 likes, and it really does help. I know everyone says it, but a thumbs up really does help. It just shows the algorithm that you are interested in what is being put in front of you, basically. Oh, 23 likes. Thank you. David Narove says, as well as lipstick, if holding pins in mouth, have to be careful with nails when sewing. If not acrylic, may be useful to keep a nail file handy when sewing. Guys as well as girls, by the way. Oh, I did have one in here. No, I have, yeah. I have a nail file, nail glue, and a hair comb. Yeah. It just got to the point with my nails that they were, like I say, when I was breaking them, it was breaking them really far down, and it was really uncomfortable. So it was either keep them all short or go for acrylics over the top. And I have to say, I'm loving having long nails again. Okay, I have drunk my hot chocolate. It only took me 21 minutes and 18 seconds. Have I got hot chocolate all around my gob? Probably. Right. You left a giant chunk of chocolate?
Yes, just for you. Just for you to stare at.
Okay. What should I do? What should I do? Should I unpick stuff? It's probably be a good idea to unpick stuff. Because of all the walking up hills we did yesterday, my legs are killing me. My phone's really happy with me. My phone's like, well done, you closed all your exercise circles, like, and went round again.
I meant to ask you.
Yeah.
You clocked it.
Yeah. My phone's just like, oh, would you like to increase your activity levels? No, I would not. Don't be stupid. No. Dave and Arave says to Gin and Pins, great name. I love it for Calpurnia. Calpurnia and Ptolemy were great names for kiddies. Noelia says, I've sewn my finger in 2 different occasions. Ouch. Do not recommend. It took the second time to convince me to buy an invisible zipper foot. Yes. Ow. And no, don't tell me about it. Oh, the one people who put their pictures on Instagram of them. Look, I've sewn through my fingernails. Just like, stop it. Don't want to see that because it makes my skin crawl and my neck feel horrible. I like turtle up. I was like, nope. And Jojo says, do the wallet. Buttons will have more success making what he needs, and a wallet is only really a load of long straight lines sewing. Do eat. I think that might be a good idea. He's nodding.
Wallets would be good.
Yeah.
What would I make it out of?
I don't know. I have faux leather and real leather. Although the only real leather I've got is silver, bright yellow, and bright purple. Could have a combination of the purple and yellow together. That would be
why not?
get you all out to pay for stuff. And just like, yep, this is mine. I made it. This was a choice I made.
Sorry, I just had images of the wallet from Pulp Fiction, which you probably can't say on YouTube.
I haven't watched that film in ages. I don't remember that. It's a
bit of trivia, but I think it's Quentin Tarantino's actual wallet that they use.
I can imagine that would be true.
You can read out what it says on it.
Probably not if it's got red words on it.
That's what it reminds me of.
Okay. David Rave says, ouch, Noelia, I'm a liability enough peeling potatoes or carrot. Oh no, don't please. Don't make my skin crawl. Conchetta says, also the danger of strip lashes, at least for me, is I'd have random strip lashes halfway up my eyebrow besides the lash appointment equals nap. I know. Isn't it so relaxing?
Can you fall asleep?
Oh God, yeah.
How, really?
Oh
you
yeah.
have to keep your eye open.
No, you have to keep your eyes very shut because
Really?
the glue, believe it or not, the fumes of the glue are actually kind of like really strong, given that they don't set my allergies off. So yeah, if you had your eyes open, you'd be like, yeah, no. So they put like a sticker on your under eyes to keep your bottom eyelashes out of the way. And you close your eyes, and then yeah, it's so relaxing. I do, yeah. I used to go after when I was working nights, and so I'd like book an early morning appointment, and like literally kind of like wake up and be like, and then go and lie on the table, and they'd wake me up like an hour and a half later. They're like, done. And like, okay. David Rose says, Joker class, I'm now swimming in envy of your 8 degrees centigrade, lol. Nimue says, are there new patrons to say hi to? Thank you for reminding me. Oh my God. Anyone would think that it's your job, not mine. No, because I did it. Is there a new Patreon peep? I think there might be. Let me just double check. Corin James joined the Patreon peeps, but that was on the 4th, and I think I read that one out during the hangout last time. But thank you for joining, Corin, and thank you for reminding me, Noah. David Rove says that's brilliant, well prepped. Love the hair comb in the middle of the nail kit drawer. Yeah, I mean, well, it's also the bobbin drawer, the needle storage drawer, the spare cable in case Chiana chews through it drawer, and the cover stitch and overlocker extras drawer. It's a multi-purpose drawer. And then underneath here is my current toolbox. I do need a new toolbox. Do they do pretty toolboxes?
They do what?
Pretty toolboxes.
I guess so. If not, you could.
I want a pretty one.
Make toolbox covers.
Yeah, I suppose. I have a multitude of tools now, and they are outgrowing my drawer.
You could probably make a really cool actual toolbox, but I'd imagine that's a lot of work.
I could. And so it probably wouldn't be as much work as it looks like it would be. My dad would get really jealous though, because he's been asking Mum for one of those for ages. Yes.
Maybe I'll have to use it a lot more as well. Because I reckon I spend a good 30% of my DIY time looking for tools that I've put down somewhere.
Yeah, same in sewing. Maybe we need because Bernadette Banner made herself like a leather harness for her scissors to go on, like a gun holster, but a scissor holster. So, yeah. Making me think now. Gin and Pin says, Stephen Rove, thank you. If I do get another boy, I'll have to be thinking calling him Cato, pronounced K-Tau, and continue with the ancient politicians. Yes. Michelle says, toiletries bag sounds good. What pattern do you use? I'd probably use the Emmeline Bags retreat bag, which is free. And then it would just be like, which is the least girly fabrics do I have? Or would you not mind having super girly?
I mean, not too many people are going to see it, are they? I
really thought. No. Well, I hope not. How many people's houses are you staring at? Sarah says, what about a bucket hat? Do you wear hats?
I don't wear hats, no.
You
know how precious this hair is.
And how all of his mates haven't got hair, so they're all very jealous of his hair. And apparently, any stag do you go to, they always try and shave your head because everybody else is already bald. You're only head of hair left. Yeah. Has there anyone ever succeeded?
No.
You've never gotten that drunk that
yes,
you protect your follicles. Caroline says, Gin and Pins, maybe Ovid after the poet of Catullus. Oh, good grief, you guys are getting very like historical on me now. It's a good name. See, if I got another cat, it would have to be Crichton, then yes. Dargo, Rigel, Aaron, Zahn. There was actually a clatter of cats owned by a lady in Russia, and she called them all like all of the Farscape names, to the point where Jewel, she was going to like minor characters because she'd gotten so many cats. But she started out with Chiana, which was a Russian blue like mine. So I mean, I'm not an original, like, you know, naughty grey alien. So of course I did want to call her Ariadne, but my roommate at the time was just like, I can't pronounce that. I'm like, yes, you can, Ariadne. Ari for short.
Harry.
Yes, she would have ended up being Harry. My ex used to take great pleasure in calling Chiana Cheese, because so it's like cheese. He would constantly do that because he wanted a rise out of me. He would want me to react to be like, her name is Chiana. So I was just like, I never did, because I knew that was the reaction that he wanted, but he used to bug the crap out of me.
Annoying.
Yes. And I think he knew that's why he did it. That's just his personality. He was just like, how can I irritate you today? It's like, well, why is that fun? Or is it like, how much can I irritate a person before they'll leave? Like, what is the limit? Like, constantly testing. I'm like, yeah, it's God.
Yeah, I'm not.
No. Well, not yet, anyway. All of your quirks are attractive at the moment. I mean, I'm obviously a paragon of perfection, so like, I don't even need to ask you that question. Michelle says, will we see buttons in the tutorial video? Are we being too pushy? I'm just very happy for you both. I think if I doing how to teach you to sew video, you would be appearing on camera, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think that'd be quite funny, to be honest.
Well, this is, I mean, it's also great clickbait for the channel. Watch me teach my new boyfriend to sew.
What if I'm really good at it?
I'll be annoyed. If you're like immediately just perfection at it, I'm like, God damn it. A savant.
Talent.
Yeah.
Could be making like.
We'll have to swap jobs. I'll go run the construction site.
Yeah, it's not that hard, really. I can do it.
Well, no, I can imagine that I would end up charming everyone into doing what I needed them to do.
That is my theory. There should be more women construction managers.
Yeah, because boys would just be like, sure.
Yes, they would.
I'll do the thing.
Do that. I knew a female painter once, and that was amazing. She'd go in a room, and just everyone on the building site would find a reason to be in this room. Can I move that? Can I pick that up? Yeah.
Nice. Justin UK is here. I'm so sorry. Every single time I see your name, I want to say what your real name is, and I know I'm not meant to, and that's why it immediately just jumps into my head, and it's just like, shh. Hello, it's nice to see you. Dave and Rave says, oh, Gin and Pins, I was referring to your username, but I love your cat names too. Creative naming. Oh, I thought you meant her cat names, but yeah, Gin and Pins is a good name. Noelia says, lucky no fingernails involved. Good. Michelle says, I sewed through the tip of my finger once, but it was just the edge of my skin, so no injury and no blood. It was rather interesting. Never wanted to try it again. No.
My friend drilled through.
No.
That's even better than that.
No.
Did it on purpose.
Ah! No.
He'd hit his thumb with a hammer. So he thought that would be a really good idea.
Oh.
Am I going to make you pass out live on?
Yes.
Like take over.
My neck has literally disappeared. So does anyone watch Nerdforge? Their room makeover that they've just done is like epic. But she lost her little finger to a circular saw, and so she built herself a glove with a prosthetic finger on it that works, that actually kind of like still, you know, will move and stuff like that. But yes, like she was like, oh, I get asked this question all the time. It's like, what happened to your little finger? Like, what happened? So she's like, finally, I will tell you the story. And she's like, yes, we were doing some DIY work, and just, yeah, she's like, they tried to save it. So she's got all these scars on her arm as well from where they were trying to take tendons and veins and stuff. And she's like,
that's a little bit too much.
No, you're telling me about people drilling their own fingers by choice. No. I can't. I don't like those kind of tools. They freak me out. I can't. Like, Dad's got one outside, and I just cannot be around when it's being used. And I don't ever want to know if you have one or anything. And you're not going to cut your finger off, I know, but it really, really, really,
I use
really.
them, but they
No,
yeah, they do.
no, don't tell
You have to
me.
be safe with them.
I know. Just don't tell me, because it literally is making me get smaller and smaller. I hate it. It really just freaks me out. There you go. Irrational fear. Because I've gotten over my fear of spiders. Like, I don't like them, but I don't now have to run from a room if there's a spider in a room. But it's been replaced by power tools. I can't. Blah. Noelia says, how's it going to work? Are we going to see Button's face, or is he going to have his face blurred or his back to us in the camera? If I did a video, I don't know. I think we've decided that if he comes onto camera, you will actually get to see him. He won't be a floating basketball like the last one. So
Take my human form.
yeah, he's actually I've just got a voice projector over there. I'm totally lying. There's not a real boy in here at all. Fox 3D says, hello everyone. Hello. Conchetta says, did Buttons just reference the wallet in Pulp Fiction? He did, yes, and now I want to know why. David Rove says, Mary Poppins draw. Yes. Michelle says, pineapples. Just kidding. No. Jennifer says, David Rove, thank you. There's someone pinched it with underscores, but I think she's disappeared. I was going to be storming an E-cup, but that was taken. Nice. David Rove says to Gin and Pins, I love how your mind works. Brilliant. How very dare they? Who pinched your name, but you rightly reclaimed it. Nice. Caroline says, next boy kitty will be Taliesin, hopefully. Is that another Lord of the Rings thing? I'm probably saying it wrong. David Rove says, definitely need some more women in construction and also distribution. Jojo says, Buttons, stop being a meanie. Yes. If you're mean to me, they will gang up on you.
Anyway, so there's a slight delay, isn't there, on the comment between me?
Yeah. Joker Class says, used to be one girl around here who bucked the trend in construction, and she went topless because the guys were topless, apart from the high-vis vest, that is. Didn't take long to change that policy. That's amazing.
You say that, most companies now ban you from wearing shorts. And
yeah, you were saying, like,
bricklayers,
bricklayers, yeah.
Turned up in dresses.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not shorts. 20 bricklayers just working away in dresses.
I mean, they
It didn't
are.
take long to change that policy either.
Yeah. Joker Class. Oh, I read that one. David Rove says, haha to Joker Class. That's brilliant. Michelle says, Buttons, my husband is a carpenter. He's not allowed to share workplace injuries either. Mental images are no bueno. Yeah, exactly. I can't get those kind of images out of my head. Even if things are described, like, my brain is just like far too like, sure, I'll conjure up the image for you. Here you go. Have a look at it in high definition. And then it won't ever leave. So no.
I'll be kinder.
Thank you. And you lot as well. I don't want to hear about you sewing through your fingers. Joker Claire says, yeah, there were more than one accident at that city construction site that day because she was on site on sign and duty. Ron Ross says, good morning, Sean. Good morning, Peeps. Sean cannot accept power tools in her life. No. David Rove says, kind of goes to show how far we are away from gender equality. Yeah. Rotten Ralph says, Buttons, you can swap stories with himself about such things. Because Jetta says, iconic scene, we can't discuss it here, just think Sam Jackson. I have seen that film so many times, and for the life of me, the wallet scene is just gone.
It's right at the end. It's back in the calf, and they're getting robbed, and he throws his wallet in, and it's what's written on the wallet.
Oh!
And I think, I could be wrong, and somebody might correct me, but I think it is supposedly Tarantino's actual wallet.
Oh, okay.
Which wouldn't surprise me at all if it was.
Christine says, if equality means getting my ladies out, you can keep it, lol. It's just the double standards. It's the same on Instagram. It's absolutely ridiculous that boys can be topless on Instagram and girls cannot be. Like,
I'm willing to.
Yeah. You're fine with it.
Petitioning for this equality.
I just think it's just so dark.
But then, like you say, be careful what you wish for. Yeah, that could be.
This is true. This is also very true. Joker Claire says that was 15 years ago now too. Oh wow. Michelle says, Sean, my kids Amalia and Massimo are watching this morning, and they both say hello to you and the peeps too. Hello, welcome. I am very jealous of you guys living in Bermuda. Mum almost got a job in Bermuda. I probably told you that already, haven't I? Yeah, that's when she was either going to go to the Isle of Wight, somewhere in Essex. There was Bermuda and somewhere else as well. And when she moved to the Isle of Wight, she was like, do you want to come with us? Because I was 19 at the time. So I was like, no, I'll stay in Ipswich. And then moved to London like 2 years later. But if she'd been like Bermuda, it would be like, yes, I am still a dependent. I am still needing parental supervision. I mean, I still need parental supervision. I'm 44, but yeah, they'd have moved somewhere like that, and it'd just be like, I need to go. Oh yeah. Yes. Rotten Ralph says, my inability to visualize things seems like a blessing. Yes, it does. My brain is just far too active in that direction, and it's just like, here is all the mental images you never needed. Yeah, just no. Goo Gracer says, hi peeps, I keep all the graphic emergency stories to myself. Then yes, please. That's another reason I can't be a nurse, because of what?
Oh yeah.
And
I don't know how people do that.
Needles and just I don't know how Mum does it.
I told
or
you
did
I pass
it.
out when I get it. Okay. Have I not told you this?
Oh, no, because I told you I was going for, like, when we first started, we haven't even met yet, and I told you I was going to my first acupuncture appointment, and you were like, yeah, I'm not good with needles either, I'll pass out. Apparently that's a
I'm not actually bothered by them, but I do just pass out afterwards. To the point where I go, you might want me to sit down first because I'll pass out, and they go, aha, very funny, and then they go, no, I will pass out.
Yeah, no, apparently, come on, you nurse peoples. What's the uncontrollable reaction to seeing blood and needles? The syncope, and it's not that. But yeah, there's I can't even pronounce it. Vasovagal. Thank you. But yeah, there's an actual term for it. If you can't, like,
all your blood vessels constrict through like stress, I guess. I can't even say that. That makes you feel like okay.
I always have to take Mum with me to the hospital when I had to get blood drawn, and like she'd come and sit with me, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm just terrified of needles. And they're like, vasovagal, there you go. Saying it, I can, not reading it, it's just like reading it's like, well, but yeah, I'd have to get Mum to come and hold my hand when I was having it. And I don't pass out, I just hate them. I wish I passed out.
Well, they can't do that. They've tried to do 2 blood tests and they've failed both times because they literally just go, and then they're like, we now can't do this because you're unconscious.
You're no longer willingly giving us consent to stick you with a sharp, pointy thing. So yeah, you need written consent of like, yeah. Oh, thank you. Hyperactive vasovagal response leading to syncope. That's what I meant to say. It's totally what I meant to say. Exactly. I had syncope and vaso, just the little bits that I'm missing. Dave Norris says, Christine, no, it means having the choice. And Christine says, hi Amalia, hi Massimo. Rotten Ralph says, women can be topless in New York State. Dave Norris says, are you from Ipswich, Sean? No, I lived in Ipswich. I am from London. I was born in Greenwich. It says so on my passport. We lived in Ipswich for that, so 13 to 20 for me. 7 years. Mum and Dad left a year before that, 6 years. Joker Claire says, I can solve that issue for you. Ralph, lol, GM, by the way. Good morning, by the way. Rotten Ralph says, I can hear it and feel the sounds, but I can't see it. Noelia says, your mum's choice between Bermuda and Essex must have been a really hard one. Luckily that she had the Isle of Wight as a third option. I can't remember. I know Isle of Wight and Essex, and it was like it was a very specific part of Essex that at the time did not have the best reputation. I can't remember what it was called. I know she was offered a job in Bermuda at one point, and I can't remember if it was in the running with the Isle of Wight or if it was after the Isle of Wight. I think it might have been after the Isle of Wight. But yeah, it was definitely one of those times where it was just like, if you go somewhere like Australia, Bermuda, like Caribbean, somewhere like that's, you know, slightly tropical, I am going to be a dependent that needs to be looked after and will come with you, regardless of how old I am at the time. Oh yeah. Olivia says, good morning, Sean and Peeps and Buttons. Hope you're all having a great day. Today we are finally getting a little rain here in Iowa. Nice. Gig Racer says what Rap and Ralph says.
In the crazy countries where they look forward to it raining.
No, we're just like, no. There was one of my favourite authors, Anne McCaffrey, wrote a book, the Pettibee series, and it was a planet that turned out wasn't abandoned. It was just a giant farm, and it was all machine operated, like grain harvesters and things like that. But the aliens that were running this giant farm were clever enough to have sorted the weather out. So during the day, it was always sunny to help the crops grow, and then it rained at night.
Yeah, see, that is exactly what we need.
Yes, exactly, because it was just like a specific amount of rain in a specific place.
Nights, you know.
Yeah, but this is
after, like, midnight.
Exactly, like, you know, they planned it out. And they didn't live on this planet. It was just their farm. And then when people got dropped off there by bad aliens, and they realized that these were nice people that were living on this thing, and they were like, oh, okay. So they put a shield around it to protect them from the bad aliens. No, they were a nice, benevolent set of aliens. I do like Anne McCaffrey. That was one of her racier books, because there was actual. Yes, I mean, some of her dragon books were fairly naughty as well. Whenever the dragons got it on, the riders couldn't help themselves. No. Yeah. Yeah, my nana recommended those books to me. Noelia says, I'm a midwife, but cannot deal with eye things. We just need to stop the whole kind of like, no. Oh, I still haven't shown you my scar on my eyeball, have I?
No.
I told him I've got a very exciting scar on my actual eyeball. We were talking about how many surgeries and stuff we've had the other day. As you do, comes up in conversation, obviously. So, yeah. Yeah. As he says, even you guys talking about it is making me dizzy right now. Exactly, yes, we need to stop. Change the subject. Fabric fondling. We'll do that.
That's what this channel was about. Fabric.
Noelia says, also, I once had a woman give me consent to take her blood whilst she was passed out. Obviously, I didn't do it, but it was quite funny that she told me that. I know, like, you need written consent. Just look, when I'm unconscious, please do it, because then I won't know. But yeah, I get why you can't. But also, yeah. Joker Claire says, oddly enough, my male doctor is an honorary midwife. Took the entire course after graduating from med school with speciality in OBGYN. Olivia says, my son is scared of needles too. Once he had a nurse make fun of him about it. Not cool at all. That isn't cool. Like when I had to go and get my Pfizer vaccine injections and things, I told them all that I was terrified. And like if the fact that I even walked into the building by myself was a massive deal for me. And like I was sitting in the chair doing the little chatty thing that you do before you go in to actually have the things done, and the, like, you know, the kind of like questionnaire, this and this. And I was just saying to them, I was like, I'm literally shaking like a leaf. I'd gone white and was sweating, and it was hot on that day, but it was just, yeah, they could see that I wasn't all right. And they were so good with me, like every single one of them, to the point where like usually the person that would come over and sit you down, there was a person doing the chat, the righty bit, and then the actual person doing the injections, and then somebody else would walk you over to the place. And so that person stayed and held my hand with gloves on and sanitizer and stuff. But there was the guy that did the last one. He put his thumb on where he was going to inject and put a lot of pressure on it, and then did the injection, and then kept his thumb on the entire time. And I didn't notice the injection at all. Like I didn't notice the other two. Like it wasn't painful. It's a phobia. It's a ridiculous phobia. But they were all so good about me being obviously so like terrified. Like I remember the second one, we were allowed to be outside together. So Mum had come with me. So she'd gone to the coffee shop across the river, the canal, and came in, sat down at the table. She'd got me a cake and some tea, and I literally sat down and burst into tears. And she was like, "Was it not very good?" And it was like, "No, it was amazing." But like, it was just the adrenaline of doing it all, and the actually getting it done. I don't know why I'm scared of needles. There's no good reason for it, but yeah. But no, making fun of somebody for it is horrible and does not help it anymore. David Rove says, love Greenwich and South East London. You don't have a London accent, however, nor do quite a lot of peeps from London. London is a mix of accents, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I've just got a general southern. You're playing with blades?
No.
Yes, you are. You sitting there playing with a rotary cutter? Don't put your finger.
They're not that sharp. Oh.
I'm taking it away from him. Excuse me.
What about the scissors? They're in range. Well, I have the scissors now.
No! Why are you putting your fingers on sharp things?
See how sharp they were.
That's... No! I'm questioning your judgment now, and I thought you had brilliant judgment up until this point because you picked me, but why? No. Michelle said, "Oh yeah, I don't know where I just a general southern accent, I think, but yeah, I didn't. We left London when I was 4 or 5, and moved to the West Country, so I don't have a West Country accent either, and I don't have an East Anglia accent, and I definitely don't have an Isle of Wight accent. And every now and again, a bit of Aussie comes out.
Does it have an accent?
Yeah.
That's just not a Wight accent.
You definitely got a Portsmouth accent, like.
Do I?
Yeah.
That's shameful, isn't it?
No. Michelle says, insurance and reinsurance are very big industries here. That's why I work. We have a lot of guest workers from the US, UK, and other places. Yeah, Mum would have been going for director of nursing or director of operations at the hospitals there, or a hospital there. Rotten Rouse says, I love the Pettibee series. Me too, one of my favourites. Noelia says, on an unrelated note, I have just successfully sewn 8 buttonholes on a maxi Shelby dress. I am pleased to announce that they worked. Nice. Rotten Ralph says, I'm an acupuncturist, Sean. I have my first acupuncture appointment on the first Wednesday in July. But it's pens, so electronic acupuncture, not actual needles. The fact that I walked into that appointment by myself as well was a big deal. A really big deal. So yeah, although he was so lovely, bless him, and the appointment after me got cancelled, so I ended up with like an hour and 45 minutes chat with him because it was just an exploratory appointment that time to see if I was going to be suitable for acupuncture. And he did make me cry but because he believed me when I said that I was in pain, and he was just like, oh, I can see there's something wrong, and he was the first person who's actually been like, I can physically see that there's something wrong. So it was just like yeah, but that's a lot of needles. Gig Racer says, congrats to Noelia. Rotten Ralph says, I'm currently wearing my mended shift. Nice. Sarah says, on the topic of fabric fondling, can you make a video discussing how you plan collections and how you match fabric types to the various pieces? Yes, I can. And I have that planned. I might do it with this collection here, the Anaconda Antithesis collection, because I do want to make that this year. Dave on a Rave says, Blackheath feels like deep countryside, so so close to central London, and I love Goddard's pie and mash and jellied eels. No. If you know Blackheath well, if you know the Common, my first home was the Princess of Wales pub, which is one of the pubs on the Common, and apparently it's quite a popular one.
Yeah, plaque made, shouldn't they?
Yes, they have a blue plaque on there. Sean lived here. They should. I went back probably about 14, 15 years ago now, but the back garden that my dad had completely done and leveled himself and turned into like a terraced back garden. So it was so that they had a beer garden. It's still there.
That's cool.
So yeah. Where did I get to read their chat? Rotten Ralph says Noelia button celebration. Woo-hoo. Yes. Good Gracer says no one should be ridiculed for a phobia. It's not like people choose to be afraid. A bit of kindness and support can help a lot. Exactly. They're irrational fears for a reason. It's like I have an irrational fear of heights, spiders, needles, and apparently power tools and the stories around them. So yeah. Jojo says to Noelia, nice, I'm happy for you. Buttonholes can be a pig of a job. Yep. Rotten Ralph says playing with sharp things isn't going to go well. Exactly. And he was doing it on top of Mum's silk fabric.
I wasn't.
You were in the vicinity of it. Sarah says, I got some drapey rayon and stunning silk satin that I bought for a wedding guest dress that I don't know what to make with. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, sorry, my towel beachy picnic blanket thing that I've got is circular. Like I say, it's not big enough for me to lie out on it full. So I lay down, face down yesterday and put my shins and feet in the grass and wildflowers, and they have been itching ever since. And it's still itching now.
Annoying. It's
very annoying because my scratchy brush isn't down here, and these nails are too thick to be effective. Gig Gracer says, oh dear Lord, please keep him away from the rotary cutter. I've confiscated it. Mum's terrible with this thing as well. She'll leave it with the blade just hanging out like this and then go and pick it up by the one's
a little bit like when you leave something on the side of the cat and they just go.
Yeah. Did you unlock this?
No.
So it wasn't even locked.
See, safety first.
Ah, mother, she's so bad for that. David Rose says, have you ever lived in Australia? No, I've never been. I really want to go. The trouble is, I know if I go, I probably won't come back because I really, really like it. And I think, because my relatives have bred like bunnies, I think I'd be entitled to an ancestral visa, because an ancestral visa is proving that you have more relatives living in Australia than you do living in the country that you currently live in. And that is very true. Although if my cousin keeps having babies, that might not be true. So maybe he needs to stop having all the kids. He's only got 2, but then you stop there. Yeah. That's a giant pigeon. It's not the Jurassic pigeon, but that is a really big pigeon. But it's not looking at me this time. Pigeons always they come and sit in the fence and stare at me. That's just a regular Isle of Wight pigeon. It's not any huge one. Noelia says, thanks to Rotten Ralph and Jojo. Nimue says, that's what I love about my dentist. Everybody there is so nice about me being super nervous about certain things. Not being taken seriously just makes it worse. Yep, definitely. Sarah says, Buttons needs to sit in the naughty corner. Face the wall.
Oh, there's lots of sharp.
No! Please don't injure yourself. I don't do well with blood. Gin and Pin says, my first jab done at work was done by a pediatric nurse specialist, and I truly didn't feel a thing. Does Buttons know it's death to touch the fabric scissors? Oh no, have you heard about that? Like, fabric scissors are not to be used for anything but cutting fabric, and there's lots of memes around that.
I see.
So yeah, that also means human flesh. So there's like there's a whole meme of like, if you use my scissors for anything but cutting fabric, I will kill you, but not with these scissors.
Okay.
Key Grace says, on the fabric front, I just bought myself some lovely teal coloured cable knit sweater material and plan to make it into a waterfall cardigan with a direction change at the peplum. Nice. She is currently living in the other hemisphere, so winter clothes is appropriate.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Michelle says, hospital, that's another industry with guest workers. Yes. Dave on Rove says, Portsmouth accent, most famous example, probably Jim Callahan or Amanda Holden or Kim Woodbed. Is Amanda Holden from
I was
Portsmouth?
going to say, I did not know that.
Is she really? I don't like Amanda Holden. I don't know why.
Google
I think it's a smugness level. But she could just be like really confident in herself, which is fine. I don't know. There's just a bit of a smugness about her.
She is as well.
Is she from Portsmouth?
Oh, yeah, but she grew up in Bishop's Waltham, so that's a totally different thing.
Is it?
It's like very suburban.
Oh, what?
Wow, that's
is it
between Portsmouth and Winchester?
Oh, that's quite a difference.
I'm going to Google map that just to confirm. Can't be giving out.
Rotten Ralph says, I've treated many a needle phobic patient. Yeah, I'm just going to close my eyes. But like I say, it's pens rather than actual acupuncture needles, so that's good. Jojo says, I used to have a West Country accent, still sips out occasionally too. Yes. Noelia says, thanks to Gig Racer. Declan Rove says, I drunk in that pub. It's lovely. I'm not from around there, but been there a lot. Swam in the Charlton Lido, etc. No Peeps in Lewisham. Yeah, so you've been in my very first home. That is where I grew up till I was about 4 or 5, and then Mum and Dad decided they didn't want to raise kids in London, so they moved to Wiltshire. And now I hate to think how much because they didn't own the pub, but they did own a flat around the corner from it, and I don't want to know how much that's worth now. Also, I don't know what it would have been like growing up in London. I mean, on the green would have been pretty good. So, and also we had staff in that pub as well. I remember growing up in the pub in Wiltshire, and that we were in the owner's flat at the top, and we'd have breakfast, and then we go down to the kitchen, and just like the staff in the kitchen would be there prepping for the day's like lunch rush and stuff, and James and I would just be like, we're starving and we haven't eaten for weeks, and so bacon sandwiches would appear. How we were not the size of houses, I don't know. No, yeah. Jessica says, autocorrect. I love Anne McCaffrey's books. They are awesome. David Rose says, try and find dock leaf for relief on your legs. Yes, I know we haven't got any in the garden because there's nothing growing in the garden that's not a flower in a pot that Dad's put there. Rotten Ross says, pigeon! Yeah, it's left. The Jurassic pigeon has gone. Michelle says, Australia has big critters and bugs. That's one deterrent for me. Yeah. Although Big Bird and Baby Bother said that they didn't really see that many when they were there, and they were in like the Gold Coast, so they were in the tropical part as well as. In fact, did they only go to the Gold Coast? I know they flew in and out of Brisbane. I don't think they went very far further down south actually, because my cousin lives in just outside of Brisbane. Gig Racer says, I think your mum's next present should be auto-retractable rotary cutter, safer for everyone by the sounds of it. Yes. Debbie says, all the Isle of Wight pigeons are huge. See, I'm sitting here and I'm sitting here telling people that these pigeons are giant. And they're like, no, they're just fluffed up because it's cold. And it's like, I don't care if it's fluffed up. It's still the size of a small chicken. KFC would serve that. Like
maybe they do.
Quite possibly. Dave Ferrer says, I might have got it wrong, Amanda and Pompey.
That says she was born in Portugal.
Definitely, but she's definitely from somewhere near. Apologies if offended you, lol. Gig Racer says, I used to have a New Zealand accent, but it only makes an involuntary reappearance when I'm with my New Zealand family, much to my husband's amusement. Yeah. I'm very much like that. If I'm hanging around with people with strong accents, I tend to take on that trait, but apparently it's a survival and a complementary thing according to behavioral analysis. It's hard. I can do this. So, yeah. This is another thing that I should not be reading out online. Oh God, oh no, he's in pictures. This one I can show you.
What happens when you scroll too long?
That's made me giggle. Definitely do need a new barbecue for Papa. I want to get him a Komodo Joe, but they're like £2,000, and then all the accessories on top of that's like another £2,000. It's like, I'm not rich yet. I won the lottery, still trying. David Monroe says, I think it's kind of sad that pubs have crumbled as the linchpin of local communities. So many have closed down, become McDonald's, or have left to literally crumble. Yeah. Michelle says, my dad was born in Italy, grew up in London, and moved to Bermuda for 21 for work. So he speaks English with a British accent, even after 50 years of living in Bermuda. Cool. Debbie says, are the Isle of Wight pigeons as mean as Brighton pigeons? No.
That's why it's so gangster.
No. As he says, crows eat the cat food that people put outside for strays in Istanbul, so they're huge here. Oh, wow. Yeah, we do have like a bunch of crows, rooks, and ravens, and a whole host of corvids that do attack Dad's bird feeders, and they descend en masse. So every now and again I'll look down and the entirety of the sewing room roof is covered with all these big giant black birds. It's like Jojo says, ooh, the smugness front. I'll see you Amanda Holden and raise you an Anthea Turner. That creature annoys the beep out of me, a smug lump of human. Oh, dear. Carol says, I have a non and then nothing else, but good morning, Carol. Grace says, I saw the barbecue parking one today and had a giggle. Yeah. Nimue says, my stomach, the smell from the kitchen, and I'm currently stuck internet agree that it's time for lunch. I'll check in later to see if you're still here. Have fun. Yes, thank you for joining us. Oh wow, I've been waffling for an hour and I've done nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. I do know that at least 2 of these reds need to be for Mum. I think that one's good for me, but I think those 2 are too dark. Mum will like those because Mum's an autumn. And I'm creating new holes in the fabric stash for more fabric now, Mark, if you're watching. Hi, Mark. It was nice to meet you. Mark is Debbie's husband. He was giggling at me when I was saying that I've got like holes in the stash for more fabric. I'm still waiting on a fabric order from Lady McElroy from last weekend. His Buttons bought me a voucher for my birthday, which was very sweet of him. For my favourite fabric shop that I happen to be on the front page of every time I go there. I'm going to be really sad when they replace that photo with something else. I'll have to get more professional photos taken and see if they'll buy the rights to those as well. So yeah, this is lovely, but it's definitely way too dark for me, as is this. I don't think this colour, yeah, this colour works for me, but I think both of them are going to work really well for Mum, and she needs some plains, so she can have those ones. There you go. Rotten Ralph says, you can train the corvids. I love having crows about. You have successfully waffled. Yes, I have. No, I like the idea of training corvids because I keep seeing these things. It's like if you reward them, if they bring you something, reward them with food, and then if they bring you something really good, reward them like a really good food, and then they'll know to bring you more of that. But there was the post that I saw that in was like, if they start bringing you money, know that they have been mugging people for the thing that you've rewarded with them with the highest value treat. I was just like, I love this. So yeah, I'm going to train a flock of crows. Grace says, we can't have bird feeders or anything to encourage the birds into the yard because our dogs will eat them. Very sad not to be able to have the magpies visit anymore. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Susie does chase the pigeons, but being blind now, she kind of just doesn't know that they're there. So, yeah. Carol says, I have a non-cut rotary cutting injury. I had I and 2 doctors thought I had 2 warts on my finger, but it turned out to be calluses. Bought a curved rotary cutter and they seem to be slowly going away. Oh, wow. That is much, much, much use of the rotary cutter. Dave on a Rev says, I'm off. Love and hugs, Sian. Congrats on your fellow with you. Lucky guy. Pleased for you. Take care. Thank you. And see you soon. Catherine says, don't apologise for waffling. We enjoy your company. This is good because I just don't seem to be able to stop waffling. Noelia says, I'm an autumn too, Sian. Just saying. So if Mum doesn't like any of these, I know first place to come. Michelle says, that red fabric is gorgeous. I love red. Me too. So I'm keeping the bright one for myself. So I'm keeping the bright one, and I'm going to keep the bright green because the bright green is definitely the right green for me. So, I mean, we do know I did say to Nicola when she was here, so I was like, if you tell me I can't wear green, we're going to fall out. She's like, no, everyone can wear every colour. It's just the shades of it. It's like, okay. Actually, let me, rather than looking down on you, let me put you on a box because I've got some boxes out. Let's hoist you up a little bit. That's better. Yay, that's better. So, Carol says, was just about to say fabric. Gig Racer says, I have run out of places to stash material, but accidentally bought a whole lot of material on sale, not including the cable knit. Need to find a way of storing it all. And the green, that green is lovely. Yes. Yeah, this is, yeah. Yeah, I have a lot. Ron Russ says, I'm going to be rearranging my craft room soon, so not buying anything for now. Well, I mean, that's restraint. That's a lot of restraint. So I think Mum needs this one as well, because I've made a dress out of this one and I took it back to make myself a blouse, but I think I like the colour. And it does go, these are autumn colours that work for me. It's kind of working for me, but I do think I have a dress in this. This was a present from Mary, which was very kind of you, Mary. Thank you. But like I say, I have a dress in this already. So I think I did give it to Mum and then I stole it back, and I think I need to give it back to her because I think it's more her than it is me. Like these browns. I don't think either of those browns are right for me. Which is a shame because I liked them both, but I think they probably would look better on Mum than they would on me. I mean, I've had some of these fabrics in the stash for a very long time. See, it's not bad. It's not bad. But it's also not like great. And they're definitely autumn colours. So yeah, Mum can have those. She'll be very happy. Although she'll want to borrow my overlocker again, which is fine. Totally fine. Rotten Rouse says, I've got to get my treadle sewing machine into the craft room, you see. Ah, yes. I would like one of that. It's a really good job, but I don't have any spare space because otherwise I'd have a bunch of other sewing machines in it. Like, so many. Jojo says, Rotten Ralph, I love the for now on the end. Gig Racer says, my plan to change my study into a dedicated sewing room has been stalled by me going back to uni to do my master's. I'm questioning all my life choices. I mean, obviously, but good choice. Noelia says, why doesn't Buttons pass the fabric to you? Then he can be your beautiful assistant. I'm not saying this because I want to see him or anything. It's just so he can help you, that's all. He was thinking about coming on camera today. I don't know if he still is.
I could do, I guess.
You don't have to.
Oh, well, I still look asleep.
A little bit. Are you bored?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm not bored.
Have you run your phone battery out?
No,
Do you need a charger?
it's getting there.
I've got a charger down
No,
here.
it's fine.
Good Grace is laughing at Noelia. Christine says, good idea, Noelia. Jojo says, I'm so jealous. I want a treadle machine so much. Yeah. Michelle says, anyone else wishing they could go shopping in Sean's fabric stash? I have serious fabric envy. See, now I've got some ones down here that when they immediately that they arrived, Mum was just like, oh, they're for me. One of them's a present from Anna, and I think I can get away with that colour. Yeah, I'm afraid, Mum. Anna sent me this for my birthday. I'm keeping that one because I love it. I think that's really pretty. I do think that one's the wrong colour for me. But I love both of these. This was an expensive one from Higgs and Higgs. And technically, oh, actually, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it too muted? I think I need the brighter yellows like this one. Finished dress.
I was going to say, have I seen you in yellow? But
I sent you a photo of me in this.
I have seen you in
So that one's definitely. Do I need to give Mum those double gauzes? Damn it. Right, Ralph says, I'm very happy for people to maintain their privacy. Are we just sorting out the autumn hues? We're trying to, yes. You're doing the kind of like I want to you want to come on, but you're also like I don't know if I do. I was like I do and I don't. I do and I don't. There's only 96 people here at the moment, so only 96.
That's a big room of people.
It's a big room of people, but you can't see any of them. You don't have to. You could just be the voice from the distance. So that like I can maintain the illusion that there is actually a boy in here and it is just a voice generated little computer.
My human form.
Joker Claire says, what? Button's revealing himself to the world? Quick, stop the presses, lol. Ralph says bright yellow. Yeah, I think I need to give this to Mum, don't I? Damn it. Ralph says, relax, Buttons, it's okay. Exactly. It's totally up to him. He really can or cannot. He doesn't have to. Simone says, my fabric storage unit was directly under the part of my roof that had a leak. So now that the rainy season has come in, I've had to remove all my fabric and find 50-litre tubs for half the stash. I'm so glad it didn't get ruined. Oh, good grief. You scared me then. Gurgaraisa says, the yellow looks like the bottom one of the brown section of your card colours. Oh, maybe. It's a bit, that one's a bit creamier. Oh, it's not too dissimilar. I think I'm going to keep this one because I do like it. But I think Mum can have this one. Because whilst that is it's a darker, this one's brighter. Mind you, I did buy this to practice because this was £5 a metre and this was £15 a metre. So maybe I'm keeping them both. He's getting up. He's going around corners.
Yeah.
He's getting closer. Catherine says, that looks autumn to me. I think they're both autumn, but I do think I can get away with some autumn things because it's also the other warm season. So I'm warm skin toned. Michelle says, I think the yellow fabric is pretty, but brighter is always much better on you. Yeah, is this because I got scents?
What do you wear most? Green, red?
Green and red.
Blue?
I do wear blue. I mean, I just wear print. I think that's I don't think this grey one's. Yeah, no, this is too muted. That one can definitely. That one I was sent as a gift. Somebody was destashing. I think it was Kay from Sunny Nunny. It might have been from Suki. But that was a while ago. I think I want to keep these two. Sorry, Mum. I think for a while I thought I was an autumn, which is why I've got some of these are more autumnal colours. What other ones could Mother possibly have? I know there's ones in here that she definitely wants, but what she wants and what she's going to get are going to be two very different things. I've got the border print that I've got down here, the viscose black border print that I have been threatening to make into a 7974. And I was going to put it in the video, but it's a very autumnal winter colour. And it's a very autumnal winter colour palette as well. And I think it would be better on Mum. But I really, really, really want to make the dress for me because I want to make a video about it because of the use of the border print. And I also think it's going to be a really pretty dress. So I don't think she's going to get that one. I'm so mean to her. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that she can have. The one thing that's not in here is like orange. It's corally pink that I've got. And I'm keeping those orange ones because I like them. Those, oh, you can only just see them there. Those two orange ones, I'm keeping those because I do like those. But apart from the grey, and I'm not sure she's going to like the grey to be honest, but that's a very kind of like Mum selection of colours, isn't it? I feel the need to organise them properly. Because there was a print in the middle and that was just doing my head in.
Is this all your Mum stuff?
Yeah, that's Mum's stuff. We need to reorganise her stash as well. It's gotten very unkempt. I think she'll be pleased with that. And there's enough fabric in these ones. There's 2 meters of all of these, so there should be enough fabric for her to make 2 t-shirts out of them as well. Just uncovered the rotary cutter and he's gotten closer to her. I think I need to hiding the rotary cutter from you.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. You clearly can't be trusted. So yes, where did I get to with the chat?
I can read it from here actually.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Michelle says, I think the yellow fabric is pretty, but brighter is always much better on you. I do like it though. That's the trouble. Will I make it and then not like it in the end? Probably. I ought to look for a brighter double gauze. I probably ought to give those to Mum, oughtn't I? Damn it! Damn it, Mother, you owe me fabric. Look at the giant hole I have created for more fabric to be put into, though. Now this is back to nearly just my leg in the Kilroy stash. There is actually one at the bottom that I'm thinking I probably ought to give to Dad. Although I've got 5 meters of it. See, I love the damselfly one. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. But it is black. But it has got bright yellow on it. It's got the right yellow on it. Maybe if I made one of my boobtastic dresses and then put like a this kind of collar like band around the top and the straps. Yeah, I'm keeping that. Sorry, Dad. Like I have got 10 meters of this, which some of this was sent. This is sent from Australia as well by Brie, and that's for a dress for me and a shirt for Dad. So nice. Noelia says, yes, Michelle, Sean's fabric stash is beautiful. Joker says, here's an idea. Channel the neon gods of the 1980s and early 90s. Lol, those should be bright enough. I actually do have a coral t-shirt that I made that is practically neon. And it actually does look really good on me. It's like when I made that yellow t-shirt, I really wasn't expecting that to look good on me. It was like a kind of like a experiment, and then it ended up looking really good. And it was like, oh, okay, so apparently yellow's my thing, because so many people look say they look ill when they wear yellow. But I think it's the right kind of yellow. No.
I was gonna say, I don't think I would ever have any yellow.
No. Let me have a look at your wrist. Just your wrist.
I'm on camera. I've appeared. I'm
Oh,
an
there's a hand!
actual human.
See, look, there is a real human in here with me. I'm just trying to see what colour. See, your veins are green as well, which means you're a warm skin tone. If your veins were blue, you'd be a cool skin tone, but he's got bright blue eyes. Makes me very happy. So I think you've got a warm skin tone. So yeah, he wears a lot of blue and green, which is nice because it makes his eyes look good.
Wear a lot of green, more green than blue.
I've seen you wear more blue.
You think?
Yeah.
Could be at the moment.
Yeah.
Covered in Gianna at the moment.
He is covered in Gianna, but then you come to a house with a cat. What do you expect?
Well, I was sat in front of the fan.
I picked Gianna up and then ended up with a bunch of her fluff, and the fan just literally just shoved it all over the room. It's like, okay, that's a good look. That's a good look. Good Gracer says, we won't bite if he does decide to, but no rush. Catherine says, does Buttons fancy joining a Zoom when you do them? Oh gosh, he probably won't be here because they'll probably be midweek. So yeah. There you go, Patreon perk. You get to see what my boyfriend's face is.
Yeah. Go on, sign up.
Yeah. Sign up for the exclusive Buttons reveal tier. Can you imagine though if anyone was like, who's that? Yeah. What? I don't want to see your buttons.
Disappointment.
Yeah, get the button stash out and be like, and here are some shell buttons. Jojo says, stick being a voice in the background until you wanna, or if you wanna come say hi. If you stay as a voice, you can pretend you're Charlie and Charlie's Angels. Rotten Ralph says, if we see Sean dragging you onto the inner half Nelson, we'll send help buttons.
It could be like your conscience. This is your conscience speaking.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance of me making him do anything he doesn't want to do. Noelia says, definitely no pressure to be on camera. Giant pigeon's back. That is a big pigeon. It's on the. Look at the size of the bugger.
Yeah,
it's like a chicken. Debbie says, I have sorted out 7 carrier bags of fabric to de-stash to pay for car repairs. Still came to under a quarter of my whole stash. That's good. Look at the size of it. Look at it. Look. It's very autumnal. I keep uncovering the rotary cutter. I'm taking that away again. Watch me cut myself on it. You were just sitting there touching your finger to the blade.
They're not that sharp. They're not that sharp, but then they cut fabric. I just find that.
They are very sharp.
Well, it didn't cut me.
It's because my brother's probably been using it a lot, and that's a dull one. So she's like, why is it not working? It's like, because he sharpened it on me, he's dulled it on his finger, mum, that's why. Nicola says, currently making an Eve dress for a wedding. Can I see your armpit side seam and sleeve join, please? Not as pervy as it sounds, honestly. If I was wearing an Eve, you could, but I'm wearing a Deer and Doe Magnolia, so no. But have I got the seams? Yeah, just French seamed. So French seams. I end up showing the inside of my garments on camera quite a lot. But yeah, just French seamed, and there is a video on the channel for how to French seam a sleeve in, and then the sides French seamed as well. And then I've just put a buttonhole, and I put the buttonhole through the French seam thickness, and I'll put a layer of stabilizer underneath and a layer of stabilizer on top, tearaway embroidery stabilizer when I make the buttonhole. And then I tear it away and then fray check it both sides and then open it. So there is the outer fabric, the French seam, and then the stabilizer in there to and I've never had any of them rip, and I wear my Eves a lot, and as you can see I tighten my dresses around the waist a lot as well. He's a really bad influence. He bought 4 chocolate croissants for breakfast because he's only here for like yesterday and today, so we didn't want to buy like half a loaf of bread so we could have sourdough toast. That's his usual breakfast. So we bought chocolate croissants, and I've eaten like a good 2/3 of one of them. Keto just goes out the window when you're here. You're nodding proudly. No.
Well, I've introduced you to
oh, crispy M&Ms. They're so good. They're so good. I had pick and mix at the cinema last night. We went to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It was really good. Although it finished on a cliffhanger. Oh. So, yeah. Catherine says, following the yellow fruity theme, I've just ordered a box of new banoffee flavoured hot chocolate. I really want that as well, but he doesn't like bananas. The smell.
I'd try it. I would try it.
Have you tried a banoffee pie?
Yeah, I think I've eaten banoffee pie and been like, it's okay. I think.
But the Black Forest Gatto one is delicious.
Oh yeah, you can't beat that.
Exactly. So let's just stick with one that's good. So, yeah. Good Gracer says, now that I know how to use my overlocker, I keep wanting to buy more knits, but again, poor impulse control and no space to store anything. I think true orange only appears in autumn because it's a warm colour. Give the yellow and brown to your mum. You'll be happier with colours that make your heart sing. Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right.
Is that pigeon? There's 2 of them now.
Oh, they're just having happy pigeon times. They do that quite a lot out there as well. It's like a little porn show. They're huge. That's like a Jurassic pigeons. Eliza says, good morning. As a mum, I vote to give it to mum. Yeah. Yeah. Catherine says that absolutely works for you, the damselfly. Yeah, that yellow on the black. I think if I make like another reason I like the Grace dresses is the black one. This one looks, the skirt on this is so cool. It's like a double circle skirt. There's so much fabric in there. But because it's low cut, the black is away from my face. So I think that's another, and it's obviously bright colours all over it as well. I love this dress. I'm so pleased with how this has turned out. But I've got a hem it. Crazy things that the hem is doing. It's all over the shop. Like, it's going to be an absolute bugger to hem. Yeah, I think with the damselfly one, I think I can get away with it. Sorry, Pa. I think that's going to be another one where I'll do a little tie front shirt to go over it because I've got 5 meters of that as well because I always buy 5 meters of Lady McElroy cotton lawns, except the one that you got me. I got 3 meters because I know exactly what dress I'm going to make with that. No, I showed him a couple of the prints as well and he picked that one particularly. No, it's all his fault.
My fault. Always.
But it's those colours. So, yeah. Catherine says that. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Jojo says the yellow on the black fabric is your yellow though. Keep it. Yeah. Sorry, Dad. Julia says I'm planning on sorting out my sewing area. Anyone have any tips for someone who forgets things when they put them away? Take photos of them as you put them away. I do that with my patterns, and I'll regularly scroll through my phone and the pictures on my phone for my patterns. I did organise and measure and store all of my fabric stash on a electronic app, and then the app just disappeared and all that work had gone and I was very sad. And so the idea of having to do it, and that was when my stash was a lot smaller, the idea of having to do it again does not appeal. Rotten Ralph says, my veins are icy blue. So you are a winter or a summer then. Michelle says, now you're just teasing us, Buttons. Just mean the occasional hand just coming into shot. See, human, actual human. I've managed to get somebody that actually wants to spend time with me, and he's like willingly doing it more than once. I can't be that bad.
You're not that bad.
That bad. A little bit good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sourdough. That's what it is. Breakfast.
It's the breakfast. Is the chocolate croissant up the levels then?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Nice. Rachel then says, good morning all, good morning. Rotten Ralph says, don't think Buttons wants to be for sale. Joker Claire says, holy crap, it's crap Buttons. Send out an AP, UP, Reuters critical event notice. Catherine says, it's so nice to see you, Joyous. Nicholas says, thank you. Michelle says, only 2/3 of a croissant. That's restraint. I'd eat half of them, pastry and chocolate. What could be bad about that? I mean, nothing. And I totally could have sat there and ate the rest of it, but I was eating for the sake of eating rather than because I was hungry anymore. So, yeah. Like, and you know, I know how much he liked. He enjoyed the other 3. So.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Yeah. Rotten Ralph says, what is a banoffee pie? I only know about it from Love, actually. So it's caramel and banana cream pie, I think. So yeah, but Hotel Chocolat have just released a new hot chocolate flavour banoffee. So banana and toffee, basically. Catherine says, Jurassic Park porn. Pigeon porn. Yeah, it is. They get Twitter painted out there and they start going at it, and then I have to try and keep a straight face and keep talking to you guys while giant Jurassic pigeons are in front of me. Like, I mean, honestly. Christine says, I'm with you, Buttons. Bananas on no tar.
It's funny. Started it.
Yeah.
Started a poll off.
No. You're trying to see how quickly before your hair starts coming into view.
Oh, no.
There's hair as well. The hair enters a room before he does.
It does. That is.
Yeah. Gig Racer says to Rotten Ralph, it's a sweet crust pie with caramel filling, topped slices of banana and cream, banana toffee, hence banoffee pie. Sometimes has chocolate drizzle too. Yes, it should have chocolate drizzle. Gig Racer says, wait, not sliced cream, slices of banana and also whipped cream. Did you say sliced cream? You did. Nice. Rachel then says, that sounds yummy. Jojo says, bananas are evil things and should be banished. I knew I'd like you, Buttons.
Sounds like a job I'd give to an apprentice. Slice the cream up.
Yeah,
come back to you, Dan.
Fill it the anchovies and slice the cream. Julian's here. Hi, Julian. How are you? Rotten Ralph says, Julie Elizabeth Mack having pegboards for your tools and look at Ashley G for their pattern organisation style. Thanks to Gig Racer, sounds like a delicious, dangerous thing. Yeah. And Rotten Ralph says, I'm allergic to everything except the bananas. Oh no. Olivia says, naughty Buttons, you're a tease. Just the hair and a hand today. That's it. Hair and a hand.
Building up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Mum's going to be happy with that. I don't think this is the other one that I'm contemplating giving to Mother. Actually, there's a couple here. See, I do love this one. What do we think about this one on me? Because it's believe it or not, it's on a navy background and it is a kind of corally colours and blues. Yeah. What do we think about that one on me? It's the right kind of corals and blues, isn't it? It's that blue again though. I think this one works. What do we think? Not sure about that one. But the thing is, Candy bought me a Minerva gift voucher for 50 quid. And I bought this fabric with it, thinking it was on a black background. And it's on a navy background. Yeah, they're saying, oh, some of you are saying you like it, some of you are saying you don't. I don't know. Maybe I need to be sensible and do like another kind of like far away from my face kind of a dress. But this is the border print fabric that I was talking about. The trouble with this one is I love the print, but it's such a mum colour. I have to give this to mum, don't I? Maybe I tell you what, I'm going to give this to mum, but I'm going to make her make the 7974 with it because she's wearing the one that I've made for her. She's worn it twice now, so I know she likes it. So I'll make her make the dress that I thought of. And please don't anyone tell me that I should make it for her because we know that's not going to happen. So yeah, that's another mum one, isn't it? Just making you must be able to rest your chin on there in a minute.
Pretty much.
Michelle says, I'm giving you all demerits for banana bashing. I love bananas. Bermuda banana ice cream is amazing. Ooh, banana ice cream sounds so good. Rotten Ralph says, I also have a problem with object permanence. If I put it outside, it never existed. Yes. Michelle says, the coral and navy flowers is lovely on you, I think. Eliza says, I like it on you. And Rotten Ralph says it's too grey. Olivia says, Chunky Monkey is good banana walnut ice cream. Making me hungry again. Rachel Lynn says, I like it. Yeah, I think this one I just need to be strategic about, you know, make sure like I ended up with like a big kind of flower on a strap or something. Because these corally colours are definitely me. Yeah, I'm keeping it. Mum can have the border print. Rachel says, yeah. Christine says, don't do strawberries either, Michelle. Okay, that's just weird. Strawberries are a big thing. Jojo says, the navy and coral looks fabulous on you. Thank you. Rotten Ralph says, use a contrasting collar. Yeah, I think you're right. Gig Grace says, I like it. There's enough of the navy and coral to work. Actually, I gave Mum, I wonder if she's used it, because I gave Mum one that I think was this corally colour, and that would look really nice as the reveal of a collar, wouldn't it? Trouble is, her stash is so disorganised, I don't know where it is. I don't think she's used it yet, though. I'll have to go rooting through there in a minute. Gig Gracer says, I like it. There's enough of the navy and coral to work. Michelle says, Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey ice cream is my favourite. I like Ben & Jerry's fish food.
Oh, that is good.
That is good because it's got the little fishes in it. Yeah. It makes me very happy when I find a fish.
Yes.
Yeah. Gig Racer says, that border print is definitely belongs with your mum. It's beautiful. Yeah, I know. It's not my colours. Damn it. What do we think about these other dark ones then? So I think I can get away with this one because the flowers on it are so bright. And then Mum wouldn't have this one because it's got snakes on it. I need to make my Eve dress out of this. I like the snakes. And then I bought this one to actually make my friend a dress. But I think that one can go. I don't know if Mum will want it. She probably won't, to be honest, but I'll give her the option. And then this one I bought because it really reminded me of a Rixo print. But again, it's a really dark, muted colour palette. I know Mum's not going to want this one. So I think maybe this needs to go into my like, I was thinking with this one, if I did like an ivory collar on a shirt dress, I could still make it look very Rixo. So I think I'm going to keep that one. The colours are dark though. Yes. Where did I get to with the chat? Jacob Glass says, bananas are great, lol, especially split in half, placed in a dish, topped with 3 scoops of ice cream, and then topped with chocolate, caramel, and strawberry sauce, pineapple tidbits all over. Okay, well, I'm happy. You'll eat everything except banana.
I will, yes.
Or would it be tainted because it's next
Well,
to a banana?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ah, okay.
It's the smell of it. That's the thing. But then will that be masked by the chocolate and the ice cream?
I don't know. One of my favourite shampoos is the Body Shop banana shampoo. I used to love how that made my hair smell, but it was very banana-y. I can imagine if I was still using that like on our first date, you'd be like, "Ooh, she smells bad." Olivia says that's pretty border print. That would look fantastic on your mum. Yeah. Silver Fox says, hello. I think it will look great on you with a deep neckline like the dress you're wearing. It will be fine. Yeah. So Felicia says, hello everyone. Hope you're all well. Very well. Thank you. How are you? Olivia says those look great on you. Catherine says 1 yes, 2 yeah. Oh look, there's a forearm.
It's 100 people now.
Oh yeah.
100.
Those look great. Yeah, 1 yes, 2 yes, 3 you weren't sure about. 3, was this 3? No, this was 3. So I really love this, but I do think it's probably too muted a bunch of colours for me. I wonder if Big Bird would like it. I'll just send her a photo. Because again, I like the idea of recreating a designer dress. Rixo, somebody's saying Rixo. It's R-I-X-O. Oh, can you give, hang on, let me give Mum a shout. Mother? Hello, do you want to come see the giant pile of fabric I've got for you? Okay, no rush. Sounds like they're filling the car up for the tip now.
Oh, yes.
But you have to book an appointment to go to the tip, and I've already told them that they couldn't have you this weekend. Buttons has very kindly volunteered to spend a day with Dad doing dog's body chores when he's here for a week's holiday. One of those chores is Dad is like, I need to go to the tip. Oh, okay. So yeah. Where did I get to with the chat? Aaron says, good morning from Virginia. Good morning. Joker Claire says, ooh, that bright flower print on the black background is gorgeous. I may have to go youngest on that one before you get your hands back on it, lol. Yeah, I bought this one. It's like another sort of like experiment. I think it was from the textile centre when they were still open. Well, there's 110 people now. And 63 likes. Please do like the stream, peeps. It really does help. Yeah, I think this is another one like that Dolce & Gabbana one that if I'm sensible, like you say, with deep V, big chunky gold necklace, I think I'll get away with that. So that one's staying. I do like my snakes. I think the snakes needs to stay. This is from India. It's very narrow. I did buy 3 meters hoping to make up Eve dress, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough. And yeah, that one needs to go. Mum might like it. I'll give her the option of it. If not, Big Bird can have a look. Eliza says, I had frequent bronchitis as a child and was given a banana flavoured medicine. Enough said. Yeah, same here. I had bronchitis many times, and I remember that banana flavoured medicine. And I still love bananas though. Mum's coming. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. We packed the car up with all the wood.
When are you planning on going to the tip? I thought Dad wanted to do it when he had.
2:30.
Oh, you've booked today.
Yeah. Oh, this bit. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's stuff we can manage.
Okay.
But there was some wood sticking out. We wouldn't let the boot shut, so he's sawing it off.
Oh, is that what that noise is?
Sorry about that.
That's all right. You'll have to come around here. Oh, and I had to confiscate this because he started playing with the blade to see if it was sharp by putting his finger on it. And you hadn't locked it.
It's very sharp, isn't it? Have you cut yourself?
No, he said it wasn't sharp at all.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I said.
Should be. So much.
No, the bigger pile. Do you like this one? It's lots of scribbly prints. I didn't think you would. You can say no.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
No, I think it might. I think I might give it to Nia. How about this one? The Whittle Hearts. No, I didn't think so either. This one, if you like it, you can have it, but you have to make a specific dress with it. But if you've been wearing that dress frequently, so
I do like that. Yeah,
border print.
I do like that.
You need to. So the dress you wore to church last week,
Yeah.
the 7974.
Yeah.
You have to make that with this.
Okay.
And then I need to supervise the cutting because I've got a very specific way it's going to be. But it's really not my colours. Noelia said earlier, she's like, oh, I'm an autumn too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, that's lovely.
too grey.
What would I make?
Shirt. It's a double gauze. She doesn't like it. See what colour? It's not
I don't
my
know
yellow.
about double gauze.
Neither do I.
No.
But so this is the expensive one. This
Yeah.
is the inexpensive one
Yeah.
to practice on.
All right.
To then try
Okay.
it.
Well, we'll have a look. So I've nowhere to put it. You know this.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm a bit full. Oh, I like that.
And then t-shirts.
Oh, right. Yeah, I need some t-shirts.
These are all autumn colours.
Okay.
There's 2 meters of each, so
Lovely.
two
Lovely.
t-shirts each.
Okay.
I knew you'd go for those colours.
Thank you.
I knew these wouldn't be.
Yeah.
These would be rejected.
Yes.
I think Nia might like those though.
Yeah. Oh, Nia would like that for sure. And
Yeah.
black,
I think she'll like those ones. So I'll have to send those to Big
Yeah.
Bird.
We take them up when we go.
Yes, yeah, she's currently in Malaysia. Like everyone's saying hello to you, by the way. Eliza says, "What's the tip? The
Oh.
municipal dumping ground?"
Yes, where we take all the waste wood and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Eliza, where are you based? Where are you based?
Trying to think of what the Americanism for that is.
Yeah,
Yeah, what was it?
I don't know. The dump?
Yeah, probably.
It's like a recycling plant.
Sort of, yeah. Is there
Gosh,
room for the
that's-
TV? Ah, the car is full.
We'll do that next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've got to get it down first as well.
That's what he's for.
Yeah. Never mind.
So much flattery, is it going to work? Yeah, I was saying we need to sort your stash out next
Yes.
as well because it's just gotten very out of control. It's driving me nuts. It must be driving you nuts because
Yeah.
there's quilting and
I've just
Dress-
avoided coming down recently in case you
Yeah.
haven't noticed.
there's just stuff everywhere that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So
It's those bloody cushions.
Well, I made them-
last one.
I made them last time.
Yeah.
You have to make them this
Yeah.
time.
No, I mean a gift. She should mend her own gift. Shouldn't she?
You shouldn't abuse a gift so it falls apart.
Everybody sits on them. They're lovely. They're absolutely gorgeous. There's no way I was going to get rid of
Oh, thank goodness, because it was like 3 hours of
Yeah.
embroidery on each cushion, and
them.
there's apparently there's only 5. I know I made you 6.
I don't think you did.
I made 6. I remember wrapping them up in pairs of 2.
I think I got 5.
Oh, I don't know where the other one's gone then. Yeah, you can disappear now.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
yes.
Dismissed.
You may go.
I am dismissed.
You may go. No.
Oh dear. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm good. Yeah,
You're
good.
happy. Good.
Yeah, we've had a hand and the hair so far. That's all we've seen today. They're very excited because at one point I was pretending he was an animated talking thing that I've got over in the side. There wasn't a real human in here. I'm just making him up. Figment of my imagination. But no, he real.
He real.
He real.
He very real.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well enjoy the tip.
Thank you.
Good Grace says don't forget to like the stream, peeps. Yeah, there's 113 and 71 likes now. Eliza says, but if you love the fabric, does it matter? It may not be perfect on you, but if you feel good, that is all that matters. This is true, and I do this a lot, but the trouble is when I go to get dressed, I tend to reach those dresses out of fabrics that I love but I don't love on me, and I put them on and then I take them off and put something else on. So that's why I think giving those ones to mum is a better idea than me making them up, because it would be wasteful, and I would make them up at my new size and mum can't squeeze into my new size. So it's not like I'm even making a dress that would be mutually beneficial. If I made it for me now, it wouldn't fit mum. So yeah. Michelle says, so we have pigeon porn outside and the Buttons peep show inside. All we need is a pineapple shirt to complete this trifecta. Somebody said when I was showing this fabric, they were like, you showed that pineapple upside down, right? I was like, oh dear God. Yeah. The pineapples go in both directions. This is not a directional print, people. The pineapples. Do they go both directions?
No,
no, they're not. I'm sure I just saw. Oh, it was folded. I was having a funny 5 minutes. There you go. Correctly placed pineapples. They're the right way up. I've got quite a lot of this. I wish I'd bought more. I could have made a dress. I wonder if I can get a bias. How about diagonal pineapples? Does that mean anything? Because a bias cut dress in this would be fabulous. Ooh. Ooh, I think I like it. Oh dear. It's supposed to be one of the bonus projects. I'm nearly done. I'm going to catch up with the chat and then we'll stop because I've been waffling for 2 hours. Sorry. I've been waffling for a long.
I was just stretching.
It wasn't a sigh of like, oh God, there's more.
It's a very quick 2 hours.
Aaron says, gearing up to sew buttonholes this morning. Wish me luck. You can do it. Olivia's laughing at Michelle. Mim says the snake fabric is fantastic. Yeah, I do really like the snakes. I'm going to keep the snakes. Olivia says good morning to mum. Michelle says hi to mum. Christine says the tip is where you take rubbish. Yes. Eliza said good morning to Jane. Catherine says when I was a child, sliced bananas with cream and brown sugar was a treat of a pudding. Ooh, yeah. Conchetta says good morning to mum. Joker Claire says falls off his chair laughing. Carol says to Eliza, the dump. Joker Claire says hi mum. Eliza says thanks Carol. Rotten Ralph says, oh, mum, that's sorry, I'm now getting a text from mum. It comes up on the computer as well. She's saying, should we eat at 4ish and have a game of cards?
That works?
Yeah.
What is it now? Like
1:30. I've still got a bunch of those cured meats and pistachios, so we could have a little snack
afterwards.
There's some more cheese.
Pistachios.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat the rest of those.
Okay. I think I had like 5. And then we made lots of little mice hats and boats, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. We left the pistachios behind because they're biodegradable, so we just scattered them around.
It's quite satisfying eating them and
throwing them off the cliff.
The perfect crime.
Yeah. It's just like when we go back and there's all these little ants in rowboats and stuff. We're like, oh bugger. Olivia says, I thought the tip was a pub. No. Carol says, morning to mum.
Well, though, that would be an incredibly good idea, wouldn't it? I'm off to the tip. In fact, later on. Yeah.
One of my favourite pub names was the Elusive Camel. I just loved that. I was like, I've never heard that pub name before. Having, been brought up in the kind of like that industry, I've heard a lot of pub names from obviously Dad coming home from work and telling us a lot, and then yeah.
I was watching a YouTuber in Japan, and they found this tiny little bar, and it was called the Not Suspicious Bar.
Nice. I like it. Teresa says, been busy getting ready for work. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. We'll catch up with everything when I get home this afternoon. Nice. Thank you for joining us. Eliza says she's in the US, in Ohio. Ah, yeah. So the dump, I think. I think somebody's answered that for you as well. Debbie says hi to mum. Ralph says we call the dump or the recycling centre. I mean, yeah, technically it is a recycling centre because there's a place where you can take large, like the TV, because that does need to go because it is just dead.
Sad.
Poor TV. It did me well, but I haven't had it for like 18 years. Olivia says the longing look on Sean's face as she's handing over the pile of fabric. Like, my babies. But they will look better on mum. Joker Claire says, or a landfill, lol. More recycling. like, because it's very organized. You have to put certain things in certain bins. Well, I mean, giant skips. So, and they have big machinery to smoosh it all down. It's very exciting, although that kind of freaks me out as well. So.
To work all day long.
Please don't tell me about any of that.
You get used to walking past that
No.
stuff all day.
No. Aaron says, Sean, you inspired me to sew with a large-scale print for the first time after years of fearing it would overwhelm my small 5'2" frame. Thank you forever. Oh, cool. Do you like it? Yay. Nimue says, hello again. Apparently I have fabric to catch up on. Yes. So this is all for Mum, Nimue. Can you tell? That's a very specific palette, isn't it? So, yeah, I can tell she's not enthused about the double gauze, but I think it's going to look really nice as some of her shirts. I think she'll really end up liking it. Which is why I bought it, because I thought I'd really end up liking it, but apparently it's not for me. Sarah says, I wouldn't want to get my colours done because I worry I wouldn't like my season and it would subconsciously make me not reach for items that aren't my colour despite my love for those items. See, I have enjoyed... Sorry, Mum's texted again and just saying, oh, great. For dinner. I enjoyed getting these done, and like there's stuff in here that I really don't think technically I should be wearing, but I'm going to keep it anyway because I love it. But this stuff, it's been in the stash, most of it, for a very long time, and it's remained in the stash because whilst I love it, I kind of know that if I make it up, I'm not going to wear it. And there's a bunch of these things that I've made, and I don't reach for them because it's like that's why I got rid of a couple of the skirts, because they're just not things that I put them on and take them off again, as it were. And it's the same with silhouettes as well. So I've enjoyed the experience, but I can understand not wanting to have it done and just having the freedom to wear whatever you like. I mean, just because you've had your colours done doesn't mean to say you have to stick to a certain palette. You can wear whatever you like, whenever you like. But yeah, I get it. Silver Fox says, oh my, I wasn't aware of the meaning of pineapples. Are you now? That's why I'm thinking I'm going to do a whole video about the secret meaning of like things behind clothes, because I think that's going to be I think it'll be fascinating.
Quite a lot to that.
Yeah, and I think it goes back years in history, like decades and centuries in history of different people wearing different things to like So yeah. Catherine says, bit like sheep farming, buying sheep dip whiskey. Gig Racer says, one of my favourite pubs names is Mary Murphy's Drinking Consultants. Nice, I like that. Rotten Ralph says, landfill is also a name for it. Occasionally the base for a ski hill. Look up Mount Holly in Michigan. More hypothermia than anything else. I would imagine that's quite a good thing to do, actually. Make your own mountain so you can ski down it. I mean, why not? Nimue says, those are very Jane's colours. They are indeed. Carol says, where my brother went to college, uni, there was a bar called The Library. Lots of parents' calls were responded with, they're in the library. I love it. Jessica says, goodbye and enjoy your days. Olivia says, we got a shirt sleeve from Buttons.
You can say hello just before the end.
I'm nearly done. Hang on. Let me finish with the chat, because the chat will go nuts when you, Carol says, there's a sports bar on the West Coast that shows only women's sports. It's called the Sports Bra. I love that. That's awesome. Rachel Lynn says, I went to South Florida for Rocktails last night. It was so much fun. Oh, cool. And Silver Fox says she's now aware of the pineapple, the secret meaning behind pineapples. I'm so glad I'm disseminating knowledge to my fellow peeps. But yeah, I've been waffling for 2 hours, 3 minutes and 16 seconds now. I did do some fabric destashing though. I did do what it said on the tin. I am also Ron Seal. After our first date, he was like, did you have a nice time? I was like, you're definitely Ron Seal. I meant it. It's like you exactly what you did. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Like you were exactly who I thought you were going to be. Like there was no like ghosting or catfishing going on whatsoever. Like like I meant it as a compliment. You went a whole different direction with it. I think you said something really nice to me, and I was like, well, you're Ron Seal. Maybe this is why I was single for so long.
Well, I responded that in a very different.
You did, yeah. There was a very different response to that,
Yeah.
and I'm not. It's not safe for work. Definitely, it's an 18+ response was made, but my meaning was so. But yeah, it was making me giggle out loud on the ferry, and people were looking at me. And then you passed out.
I did.
Yeah, at like 11. Yeah, I shouldn't get up so early for work in the morning. It's bad.
Work is bad for you.
Work is bad for you, except if you do this work.
Yes.
This is work. This is fun. So yeah. Anyway, Rotten Mouse says, "Run away, Sean. Have a good day." Michelle says, "I'm liking buttons more and more." Winky face. Yes. So I look like a human again. So hopefully I will be back this week with some outfit of the day shorts. I have got hopefully the Grace dress video and the double circle skirt video coming out for you at the weekend. That's the plan. And I will then be working on the 7974 project, which I am excited about, and possibly even starting fiddling with things again, possibly even starting the repair projects on the skirts and stuff, because I do really want to get those done. And I've got it in my head that these skirts need to be turned into dresses. So like if I do it whilst I'm still in the mood for doing it, they actually might happen. Jojo's saying, "Laugh my ass off, Sean. The first date charm school alumni are on seal." But she's saying bye all. Olivia says, "I hope you have a great day." Thank you. Gig Gracer says, "Looking forward to the new content. Have a great week, peeps." Yes, you too. Bye everyone, says for Noelia. So yes, I will see you all on Friday for a video, Saturday for a video, Sunday for a live. You're coming on Sunday, aren't you? But you're driving, so I don't need to go and pick you up.
You don't.
No. Are you coming around?
I
You don't have to.
can if you want.
It's up to you.
It's your channel.
I know it's my channel. It's completely up to you. Oh my goodness.
What happened? Okay, go on in.
Ta-da!
Hi, everybody. I exist as a human.
Yes, look, it's an actual real human. An actual real live boy. But yeah, so I shall see you all next week. And then we've got to try and end it gracefully. And that's always interesting. So bye.